Hey everybody, I'm Nino Garafola with Huron Business Analytics. A big question that's often asked in business is, why has my sales growth stalled? Now, you could be in business for 10 years. Business is around for 10 years and you've been knocking it out of the park for the first 7. And all of a sudden, you start hitting a ceiling where it's consistent sales growth, maybe even coming back a little bit after year 8, 9, and 10. All of a sudden you feel like that mojo that you had the first 7 years is no longer there. The question is, what's going on? Now, it all comes back to 3 building blocks of maintaining and growing a strong business. Now, what we see is that as we grow, our businesses become a little bit more complex, right? So as the complexities grow, oftentimes what happens is problems start erupting. But bigger businesses don't necessarily need to mean bigger problems for those in business. In fact, it can be easier to run a bigger business than it can be to run some smaller businesses. So the question is, how should we attack this problem? Again, let's take a look at 3 building blocks of growing and maintaining a business. First, you need to know your organization. This can be your employee organization. This can be your goals. This can be what type of values do you look for in an employee. It can be what type of rules do you have for your employee. Setting up an effective organization is absolutely key for having a functional organization. Next is information. You have to know your information, and this is obviously my favorite part of it. Information equals lack of risk. Lack of information equals more risk. The most risky thing that you have in your business is uncertainty, and information reduces that uncertainty and therefore reduces the risk. Let's take an example of understanding your finances. If you understand your finances, then you understand where your profit is coming from. In a pinch, you need to know what button to push in order to gain more profit. Fully understanding the data that lies within your company too is absolutely important. So the data is non-financial information that you have that you can pull out how to get great financial results. Next is leadership. You can have a great organization. You can have great information flowing back and forth from your company, but if you do not have great leadership, all of this collapses within itself. Great leaders care for the employees and show the employees that they matter most. Great leaders set the tone for an organization. And as our 3 building blocks of an elite culture, commitment, honesty, and no excuses, do your leaders exhibit no excuses, never allowing any excuses to happen within the organization, but most especially themselves. How do they own what they have? Are they honest in their words and deeds and what they talk about? Honesty, do they have that? And next, commitment. Are they committed to the cause? Do they stay late, get in early and stay late? Not worried about, leaving early for the weekend or something like that, but putting the time and effort in. If your leadership does not have this, your company will not grow. So again, these are the important things. What kind of organization do we have? Is it set up for success for the long term? What type of information are we receiving? And what type of leadership do our leaders display? That's going to be it for today. I'm Nino Garafola. Thanks for watching.